Greetings, Bruce. I'm about to teach you how to make some Chun, Korean pancake. This one is a no flour veggie Chun. And the ingredients that we're going to begin with here are 3 eggs, 1 onion, a few carrots, squash, potato starch, and salt. So we'll begin by using our little cutter here. This cutter will help us to get the carrots into a very small, thin layer like this. And then we're going to put these in the bowl. We're going to cut the onion. Same thing, we're going to make the onion very small little pieces like this, so that they'll cook well when we get it into the frying pan. And here's the big part here. This one is a squash, so we're going to cut this right in half. You'll see inside there's lots of seeds and a pulp in there. We'll get that out of there. It's good for other things, but it's not good for this chun. I'm just going to throw it all in this bowl, get it out of the way. Once I have this cleared out, all the seeds and everything out of there, I'm going to cut it one more time. So this would be cut into quarters. The reason why we cut it into quarters is so that it'll fit on this cutter here. And then we're going to run it through here. Again, we want to get all the pieces so they're all thin like this, and they're all going to go into the pot with the carrots and the onions. Once we have all the vegetables cut, we're going to have them in a bowl like this. We're going to put some salt in there, sprinkle it around, and then once we start doing that, then I'm going to mix all that salt in here so that it's all mixed together with the vegetables. I've done really well. And once I've done that, you let it stand for 30 minutes or even longer. And what this does is it softens up the vegetables a little bit. Once this has been standing for about 30 minutes, I put some water in here. And what we're trying to do now is rinse out the excess salt. We don't want too much salt in there, or this meal will become too salty. So we rinse it really well with the water. No excess salt in there. And then drain it. So you have to drain it. Get rid of all the water from here. Leave it stand for a little bit until the water. Once this is drained a little bit, there's the water running out of here. We're just going to take it out of the colander, squeeze out any extra water. Next step, put the eggs in the bowl with the prepared vegetables. So we're going to break 3 eggs in here. The eggs are on the side here, and then we're going to mix the vegetables into the egg. So the egg isn't just on everything. Make sure you don't get any shell in there. Okay. Now we're going to start stirring this in. Make sure it's well stirred. The egg is mixed with everything. going to sprinkle some of the potato starch on here. Start mixing that in. So all that starch should be mixed in so you can't see any powder anymore. Next step, we've got this turned on pretty high. Lots of oil in there, and it's pretty hot right now. So we waited until this frying pan got really hot. Now we're going to put everything that's in this bowl is going into this frying pan. Make sure you get all the egg batter and everything all mixed in there really well. Once we get it all smoothed out, it's pretty thick, thicker than other kinds of Korean pancake. This is a little unique. Then we put the cover on. So it kind of holds all that heat in there and makes it almost bake. It's the same. Once we get the cover on, we're going to turn the heat down to a little bit below half so that it doesn't burn. So now, get this thing turned over, put the plate on there, flip it over, and then slide it in again. Cover back on. Cheese time. Sprinkle it everywhere you want, like a pizza. You could put it on half if somebody doesn't want cheese. We love cheese, so we put lots on there. When we put the cover back on, this will look like a pizza. Here's the big moment. There it is. Smells delicious. Moves around in the pan. Look at that. Wow. That looks good. Here it is, all ready for action. Korean people normally would eat this kind of chun on a rainy, cool day, and they would eat it with rice wine, which is nice and sweet. We don't have any rice wine, we have red wine. So we have to compromise a little bit. So I'm going to take a little off the side here. Success. Cheers.